Oh, welcome to Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 24th, 2026. We're going to be talking about TNA's Lockdown. Every match was on in a steel cage except for the pre-show matches. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we talk about that, I don't know what we're going to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? There's nothing else to talk about. 2K26 didn't really do anything new yet until the next DLC's coming out. That's somewhere in September. I'm hoping it's early September because I want to play as Danhausen. I want to put Panago and Psycho Clown as a tag team, help my AAA tag team division because I need the help with that. But yeah, even I want the Bella Twins, man. I want the Bella Twins. And who else was in there? Batman Bigelow, that would be cool to get. And see what else we could get out of this ringside pass. Because you could get my faction points, you get my faction packs. I don't think I could get Eddie Guerrero, but I could buy, maybe I could buy a whole bunch of packs to get Eddie Guerrero. Maybe I buy 10 of them. Not buy, but use the points to get 10 packs. There's one that you could get 10 packs. I think you can get basic ones and you get deluxe ones. So if you do that, you get 10 packs, and hoping I get lucky and we get freaking stupid thing, Eddie Guerrero. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I told you guys this before. My dog is not very happy with me today, or yesterday, because he ripped up his little deer toy, and I did not want him to chew or swallow the squeaker. It's a squeaky toy. So I didn't want him to. Most dogs always finds that and swallows it, and then the owner has to take him to the vet. I'm trying to be prepared and not to have to take him to the vet, because getting him in a car is going to be annoying, and getting him into the vet is not annoying. Because he likes to pull and all that stuff, and he likes to put things in his mouth. So I got rid of it before he even got to the squeaker. And then I bought 2 more squeaky toys. It's coming today. I got it off of Amazon. I should have waited until I asked my dad, can you take me to Walmart, and maybe they will have a better toy section. Don't go to the grocery stores for toys, dog toys, because I went to No Frills. I don't know you guys, if you guys in the United States have No Frills. I don't think they do. I think they have different ones, I believe. But I went to No Frills and they didn't have any dog toys. They have cat toys, but I'm not going to give my dog cat toys. He's not going to try to chase a mouse. Maybe he would. I don't know. But it's a small little thing and he could choke on it, so I don't want to do that. We had a good morning. It's a little rainy a little bit. Light rain. It's a little light rain. He went washroom and he got it. He's going to eat his breakfast. I don't do long walks because I'm not freaking awake. And if I'm not awake and he sees something that he really wants, he's going to pull me down to the ground. And I don't want to do that again. So I try not to do long walks in the morning. I do it afternoon and evening. That's when we do the long walks. At nighttime, I just don't want to be out there anyways because there's skunks everywhere. I don't like these skunks. So we try not to do a lot of long walks on the beginning of the day and the end of the day. The middle of the day, if it's good weather, we could do it. But if it's a bad weather, I won't do it. Some reason, yesterday I did it. And we went to the park in the rain. Pouring ass rain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about lockdown. I did yesterday's video. I did almost over an hour talking about random things. Let's try not to do that again. But ladies and gentlemen, we got lockdown. We got interesting things happening on lockdown. New champions. A lot of things happening. We got a return. And 2 new signees to TNA. One, he had to earn his TNA contract by defending his different promotion world title against Hometown Man. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Joe Lorenzo will be versing Hometown Man for the AAAW Heavyweight Championship. I don't know who this guy is, but ladies and gentlemen, if he wins, he gets a TNA contract, and he won and retained his title, and now he has a TNA contract when holding this Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, the other guy that debuted, and he said he's officially signed to TNA, AJ Styles' son, Avery Styles. He has the same Titantrons, he has the same theme music of AJ Styles in the old school AJ Styles theme song in Titantron, and he does the same pose as AJ Styles during the entrance when he does the thing like that, and he has the same vest. And he officially signed to TNA. He wants to make his same legacy like his father. When he first came to WWE, he was in TNA. That's how he got big, and how he got big in New Japan, because of TNA. Well, Avery got interrupted by the king of TNA, Mr. Frankie Kazarian. He had a match. I will tell you guys more about that when we get there. But he had a match. He came out and he says, "You can't trust anyone in this locker room, but you could trust me." How the hell you can trust him? Because he knows your father long? The guy is a dang idiot. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go down to the card here, ladies and gentlemen. We have more pre-show matches. We had The Righteous. Vincent and Dutch will be versing BDE and Rich Swann. The winner of that match was The Righteous. Remember, The Righteous wants BDE to join them, and they think that Rich Swann is taking on the spotlights for BDE. See what happens more on those weeks. We have Trey Miguel will be versing Special Agent O. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Trey Miguel. I saw a little bit of this match. I did not know this match was happening yet right away. But I've seen a little bit of this match. Trey Miguel was dressed up as Spider-Man. A pretty cool entrance as Spider-Man. Buggers, what are you doing? It's quiet. Oh, he's eating his food. I think he's on the balcony. I hope he's on the balcony. Not making a mess in the dad's room. I wish I could see him, but I don't see him. Oh, he was on the balcony, I saw him. Someone come through the balcony door. But I guess. What are you doing? 10 Hut? Oh god, that's not 10 Hut. Oh, you see my puppy on video? Aww. Oh, he didn't like to be on video. Hey, my little Bobby. Oh, God. Thank you for the kisses. You're doing this because I had chocolate milk. I don't have chocolate milk on my face. I don't think so. No, I didn't spill it anywhere. He thinks he did. He thinks he's lick it, but he didn't lick it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, more things happening. Indy Hartwell talked a little trash to Daria Ray on the kickoff show. She was on, the pre-show, whatever, countdown show, whatever they call their pre-shows. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Indy Hartwell came onto the countdown because every time they do these countdown shows, Daria Ray, Tom, and Matthew Ripperald is the ones that talking about all the matches and all that stuff. They're part of the countdown show. So Indy Hartwell showed up and saying that she should be the next new contender to the TNA Knockouts Championship. Whoever wins this match should face Indy Hartwell. Daria Ray said no, it's not going to happen and all that stuff. And then because she's the boss and she makes the decisions, and Indy Hartwell says, yeah, we all know that because they all suck. And she says, we shouldn't call you Daria Ray, we should call you Diarrhea Ray. And Daria says that You need to watch what you're saying to who you're talking to. So, ladies and gentlemen, during the show, she was on the phone talking to somebody to do something to Indy Hartwell, because she doesn't want to be talked to like that by Indy Hartwell. And she says she will see this person on Thursday on Impact Wrestling. I won't be able to watch it. I think this is when they go to Brampton, I think. I heard something in Canada, because we heard there's a tag team match between Shane Miguel teaming up with Jason Hodge, Sabers Ali, and Agent O. That's happening at TNA Impact. I don't know if that's the match I will be watching. Sometimes it gets a little weird, because am I watching tape TNA or watching live TNA? I have no idea. I don't remember what I'm watching here. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, one of the crew members told Direct there's another attack. There was a bunch of attacks. Moose got attacked. Cedric Alexander got attacked. And now Elijah got attacked. And we don't know who is attacking these men, because Elijah is not part of the system. Moose is not part of the system. But Cedric Alexander is. So who is the ones attacking multiple wrestlers? We need to find that out. Direct told Santino to figure it out. But Santino was checking on Elijah to see if he's okay. Speaking of Elijah, before this attack, he had a match with AJ Francis in a steel cage match. I'm not going to keep saying steel cage match. Every match is inside the steel cage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent... I didn't see this match. I had to take my dog out at 6. So I didn't watch this match. I didn't see this match. I thought it started at 8, but it started at 6. So I did not know that, so... And then I look at their Instagram posters of their show, and it said 6 o'clock. I'm like, God damn, I had to take my dog out that time. And it's not on Netflix. So I can't rewind it. So I didn't see this match. So the winner of that match was AJ Francis. Because of the little help from his manager. I don't even know his name. The manager came out in his wheelchair. I guess distracted Elijah. Elijah lost the final encore. But ladies and gentlemen, after the match, Elijah got his revenge by smashing a guitar onto AJ Francis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know where the hell Rosemary is. We have no idea where she is. So Allie had to find a new partner, a partner to replace Rosemary for now for the Knockouts Tag Team titles against the English brand. The English brand was wearing nice, cute little outfits, police women, because they're going to be in a cage. So Allie comes out, and ladies and gentlemen, her tag team partner is no other the returning Akira Hogan. If you don't know who she is a former Knockouts Tag Team Champions with Tasha Steelz, Fire and Flava. They were one of the cool tag teams I liked in back then, in the pandemic era. And ladies and gentlemen, the last time we seen Kira Hogan, she was in the Death Realm, whatever it's called, and she saw Allie die when she was there. When that claw went into Allie from Su Yung, and then she saw her die, and then she left the company and she went to AEW. Didn't really do much in AEW. I think she was like one of the Jade Cargill's baddies, I think, back then when Jade Cargill was in AEW. So yeah, and now she's back in TNA and kind of being the Knockouts Tag Team Champion with Allie, while Rosemary is on a hiatus. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent tag team match for the tag team titles. The only way to win this match by pinfall or submission. So Heather went outside the ring. She climbed through the bars because the personal cashier had handcuffs, and I get he couldn't bring it into the ring because he got the referee said don't do it. So Heather went outside the ring, grabbed the handcuffed Ali, but some reason Heather was still outside the ring, and Kara Hogan got the pin against M, and still your Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Ali and Kara Hogan. Because Heather thought it was a smart idea to just stay outside the ring while your partner is in the ring and still fighting. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got Frankie Kazarian versus Moose in the Escape the Cage match. I didn't really like the end of this match because it's like every time we do these type of matches. But it was a pretty decent match, but I didn't like the ending of the match. But the winner of that match was Frankie Kazarian after Moose speared Frankie Kazarian through the door, and that's how Frankie gets the win, when he got speared. Oh my goodness. We had Xia Brookside versus Alina Black for the TNA Knockouts Championship. This was a bloody match for Alina Black. She got bloodied. Xia Brookside was using the cage, using a belt buckle to take out Alina Black. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and still the Knockouts champion was Xia Brookside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mustafa Ali versus Jason Hodge for the International Championship. This match got personal and emotional for Jason Hodge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how it got personal, they got outside of the ring. Tasha Steelz got involved, knocking out Maya Moore, and then she accidentally got hit by the cage door by Ali, and then John Skyler took Tasha Steelz in the back to get herself checked by medical and all that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, when they were outside the ring, they played outside the ring, Mustafa Ali and Jason Hodge. Jason Hodge jumped off the steel cage, did a cross body outside of the ring. He didn't do it in the ring, he did it outside of the ring. And then into a table. A crossbody into a table onto Ali. And ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hodge was bleeding out of his mouth. He was spitting out blood. Ali was fine. He had a little hurt ribs. And then he walked to Jason Hodge's wife and daughter. His daughter was playing some toy, and Ali took it from her and tried to bait Jason Hodge to come and get it. And he throws the toy into the ring, plays with it with his shoe, kicks it around, and then he stomps on it. Jason Hodge got back in the ring, and they had their match still. Jason Hodge is still jumping off the steel cages, and ladies and gentlemen, 2 450s. While Jason Hodge is holding that toy that his daughter had. 2 450s, the winner of that match, and your new international champion is Mustafa Ali. And then John Skyler comes back to the ring, telling Ali to leave, and he's going to help his best friend out of the cage. But he told John Skyler, well, I need to do one thing. He walked to his wife and daughter. He gave his daughter his toy back. And ladies and gentlemen, he is not happy that he lost the international championship. He does get a rematch. That's part of his contract. So ladies and gentlemen, that was crazy. We have Leon Slater versus Cedric Alexander. Everything is on the line for Leon Slater. It's a last man standing match. I'm not a big fan of it because they had to do it in the cage. They didn't really do it outside the ring. But ladies and gentlemen, this match got so personal for Leon Slater, because if Leon Slater loses, everything that he done for this business is erased. The longest reigning X Division champion, almost being the first longest reigning champion, that Moose. All of that will be gone if he loses to Cedric Alexander. It was a pretty decent match. It was an awesome match, back and forth with these guys. But the winner of that match, after 2 lumbar checks from Leon Slater and his finisher, Swanton 450 splash, And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, and your new X Division champion, Leon Slater. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had the Lethal Lockdown match. It's like a War Games match, but it's one ring, one cage, and then when the match is ready, everybody comes in the ring. A roof of weapons comes down on the cage, and you can use the weapons, and then you can do the pins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the system. Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Bear Bronson, and Alicia Edwards versus the newcomers to TNA. What are you eating? I hope you're eating your food. You eating your food? Newcomers of TNA, Ricky Sosa, Fabian Ackner, Casey Navarro, and Jada Stone. It was a pretty decent match. Back and all these guys were destroying each other. But the winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a lot of weapons. We saw a barbed wire board. It wasn't really the best board. I don't know what happened to that board. But we saw a barbed wire board. We saw thumbtacks. We saw almost everything in this match. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was the system. The system gets the win. And what's going to happen at Bound for Glory? Will the system get a title shot or have a rivalry with somebody? We have no idea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had the Nebbits versus Nick and Ryan Nebbit versus the Hardys, Matt and Jeb Hardy, in a tornado tag team match, steel cage, for the World Tag Team Championships. Who is a better brother tag team, the Nebbits or the Hardys? These guys did everything they could. It was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match and your new World Tag Team Champions, the Nebbits. Because Jeff Hardy got his leg caught in the apron and the cage, so his leg got stuck, and Matt Hardy was getting pinned, but Jeff Hardy couldn't break the pin because his leg was stuck. They were celebrating with champagne. Him, Nick Nebbit, and Ryan Nebbit, they were celebrating. And ladies and gentlemen, Leon Slater comes out. And he says, I did what I said I was going to do, win the X Division Championship. But he wants to make more history. He wants to be the youngest TNA World Champion. So ladies and gentlemen, he's cashing in his option C. If you don't know what that means, he could vacate the X Division Championship for a shot at the world title, and that's what he's doing. He's doing option C. Austin Aries made this thing happen when he traded in his X Division title for a title match against Bobby Roode for the TNA World Championship, and that's what Leon Slater is doing, trading in his X Division title for a world title shot at Bound for Glory. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Nick Nebbit versus Leon Slater. Nick Nebbit tried to attack Leon Slater after he gave Carlos the X Division Championship. Nick Nebbit tried to attack him. He attacked Ryan Nibbit, make sure Ryan Nibbit couldn't attack him. And then Leon Slater was standing tall. That's what's happening on Bound for Glory. So I'm guessing his contract doesn't expire yet. I thought it expires like at the end of August. So maybe I'll be able to watch Leon Slater when I go to TNA this Thursday and Friday. Because if he's going to be on Bound for Glory, and that's going to be on October, he's going to be there more. He's going to be there more now. But now we need to find out who's going to be the next X Division champion. Please tell me it's not be another tournament. I don't need another tournament. I've seen this dang TV title tournament, and it's taking forever. When you finally get to the finals, but it's taking forever. Can we, like, hurry this thing up? Like, seriously. Hurry up. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's TNA Lockdown. Hope you guys enjoyed the TNA Lockdown results. Ladies and gentlemen, on my last video, I asked you guys, do you think I should do a live stream? What do you guys think? Should I do a live stream here on YouTube for you guys on one of these wrestling shows? We got AEW's All In coming up Sunday nights Main event. I don't know if we want to do that one. That's not a big pay-per-view. Or PLE, whatever you want to call it. That's not a big one. I want to do a big one. But AEW is just too long. You're doing a video that long? I think my phone will die. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, but we will figure it out. If you guys want it, put in the comments below. That's all me today. Tyler Zelt. I see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw results. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Raw results. Bye! Mwah. Kiss my dog.